met someone who asked me about being on a show that he wanted to put together and do at the Bluebird, and I had agreed to do that, and I almost forgot that I talked about it.
Yes, you did almost forget.
And friend from your side.
I had just moved to Nashville 2003, but it was 2004 by then. And this same guy had asked me to be on this round at the Bluebird, and I got there at like 4:30 to test out all the chairs and go
for a 6:30 show.
For a 6:30 show, for a 6 o'clock show. Richard shows up and he said, "Okay, Leslie, you can't sit there. You can't sit there. You have to move one over because Casey's gonna want to sit there." I'm like, "Who's this Casey guy? Whatever. Chair is so important to you." And he doesn't show up, and he doesn't show up, and he doesn't show up, and we're all ready to go, sound check, all ready to go, and I'm like, I don't know. Then.
Well, I had been writing down the row, and I came home and I said, "Gee, this is great. I don't have anything to do tonight," and just walked in, and it dawned on me. I said, "Oh, I've got to be at the Bluebird in about 15 minutes," since I just grabbed everything and rushed over there.
Oh, he shows up with a Wild Oats paper shopping bag full of cables and his, tuner and everything. And I was like, oh my God, who is this bag man? I always ask people, is it okay if I sing with you on your song? And I asked him if I could sing with him on all his songs.
And I said, yeah, well, if you know, sure, that
I
might be cool.
I said, I have them all at home on CD.
Sure. But I'm trying to get ready in time for the show to start. Richard says, now, we have somebody with us tonight who has a Grammy for singing with Celine Dion. And I looked, I said, oh, where? Who? And it turns out to be Leslie, who's sitting next to me. At the end of the evening, I think we exchanged cards or something like that. And,
I was trying to get demo work.
Oh, yeah, right.
Well, I remember one more thing about it. The sound man just gives me the 5 minutes signal,
right.
Because it was me and then Casey would have been last. And I just said, 5 minutes, oh my God. I said, okay, well, I defer to this amazing gentleman here for his writing, and I'm just going to skip my song and let him play because otherwise we're going to run out of time, and he's just amazing. And I was so blown away, and remember you looked at me and went, only going to take me 2.5 minutes. Okay then. So I played really fast. That's about it. That's how we met, and then we started hanging out and formed a little duo, and then we had a trio with Todd Cerny, and we've had an interesting musical journey. And here we are.
Auspicious beginnings. On stage at the Bluebird is where we met, in the middle of a show. So
yeah.
There you go.
I love it.